Hi, my name is Jessica Weber, and this is my analysis of DOT 511 services. First, I will be talking about the South Dakota 511 service. And the South Dakota DOT's mission is to effectively provide a safe and effective public transportation system. And the vision is better lives through better transportation by being the best. When you first log on to the South Dakota DOT 511 website, this is what it looks like, and I'll be going through some individual features. First, to use the map, you can move around with the mouse, and you can zoom in and zoom out with the plus and minus signs, and there's also map views where you can view the entire state or specific regions or cities. Next, there is a map overlay section, and the first one I clicked on was traffic speeds, and you can see this is Sioux Falls, and there's some areas with heavy congestion and moderate congestion and low congestion. Next one is road conditions, and you can see all the roads are dry and normal, and this is more useful in the winter because it will show closed roads, no travel advised, snow, ice, slippery, and wet roads, etc. Next, there's a 24-hour threat forecast. There isn't one right now because it's good weather. This is commercial vehicle restrictions, and it will show information for truckers. And there's also a driving directions feature, and you can start with point A and go to point B, and you can use a car, walking, or cycling directions. There's also a satellite view if you want to know what the land looks like. There's also information on specific roads. You can click on whatever road you want to know about, and it will tell you road conditions, restrictions, constructions, and weather information. Also driving alerts, and that will show you any incidents, construction, COV restrictions, disturbances, disasters, obstructions, and scheduled events. There's also a weather button, and it will show the radar across the state, and you can see on the legend there's a low chance of rain, and you can also see air temperature, wind speed, NWS alerts, and weather sensors. There is also traveler information, and it will show traffic cameras, ports of entry, and rest areas. The traffic cameras, they only show a picture, and they show the road in a few different directions, and they show the road surface view too. The rest stop information will show a picture of the rest stop, and it will also show things that it has, such as like a phone, picnic tables, and a dog area. And the port of entry just shows information about where the port of entries are and a link to a website for port information. The second 511 service I looked at was Florida, and Florida's mission, the department will provide a safe transportation system that ensures the mobility of people and goods, enhances economic prosperity, and preserves the quality of our environment and communities. Their vision is, as one FDOT team, we serve the people of Florida by providing a transportation network that is well planned, supports economic growth, and has the goal of being congestion and fatality free. This is what the Florida 511 website looks like, and you can already see it has a lot more features than the South Dakota one. And the Florida 511 is powered by Google Maps, so it's very similar to when you want directions on Google Maps. you can start with point A and go to point B, but you can also add more stops along the journey, and it generates 3 different routes. The South Dakota one only generated 1 route. There's also the option for printed directions, and that's helpful because Florida has a lot of older people that live there. They also have dark mode, which can help people see better when they're driving at night. Also street view, and that can be useful if you want to see the area that you're going to, so you can make plans to see if you can like walk through the neighborhood. There's a search map feature, and I typed in Disney World and it brought me right to Disney World. There's also satellite view, so you can know what the land looks like. They also had the traffic speed feature like South Dakota did, but it's more useful in Florida because they have a lot more traffic than us. And you can see on this map, it was all fast traffic. They have information about road closures, so you'll be able to plan your trip around that. There's also a detour feature, and it will show you any detours that are currently being used. Next, it shows incidents, and it describes what happened, and it shows a video of the road that it happened on. It also shows congestion, and the live video is helpful because you can see all the cars that are on the road. And there's information about construction zones. And you can also pull up all of the traffic cameras, and you can see that Florida has a lot more traffic cameras than we have in South Dakota. And this helps them gather a lot more data. You're even able to see the message signs. So these are the signs that would be on the side of the road. And the truck parking availability would be very useful for truckers so they know if it's worth to stop at the place or not. They also have information about drawbridge crossings, so then if the bridge is up, you know that you don't want to take that road because you'll be waiting for a while. And it also shows the weather, and it's a lot more advanced than the South Dakota weather radar because it also has weather alerts, road weather alerts, and it even shows the weather forecasts for some cities. There's also a list view, and that can help you find information quicker. There's incident lists, camera lists, message sign lists, truck parking, and drawbridge crossing lists. Lastly, there's a Spanish translation to this website, and that's very helpful because there is a large Spanish-speaking population that live in Florida. Which 511 service is more useful? I think the Florida 511 service is more useful because it offers more features. Florida 511 uses Google Maps, which many people are familiar with, making it easier for users to learn how to use Florida 511 quickly. The Spanish translation also makes it accessible to a wider audience. Moreover, Florida's 511 features are more advanced, such as its direction feature, which creates 3 different routes to choose from, and allows users to save directions in an account or print them. Do any of the 511 services offer crowdsourcing? Yes, Florida uses crowdsourcing through Google Maps. Users can report construction, stalled vehicles, objects on the road, and lane closures. Real-time traffic data is reported to Florida 511. If you were hired as an ITIS consultant, What best practice recommendations will you offer a state government that is planning a crowdsourcing of road conditions information from active citizens? According to the DOT, there are 5 best practices to follow. 1. Have citizens go through training before they can report. 2. Develop common reporting criteria such as snow-packed and scattered ice spots. 3. Have citizens report when they reach their destination instead of while driving. 4. Review citizen reports before publishing. And 5. Monitor citizen reports for accuracy. I would also recommend citizens take pictures of the roads.